Alright, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam, and you are watching Unlimited Options Investing. Firstly, we have to talk about crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, XRP. Is sentiment finally coming into crypto? They're finally rebounding higher, breaking above their averages on the hourly timeframes, as we're going to take a look on the charts in a moment, not to mention the stock market. Tesla, Shopify, Nvidia. How quickly stocks can turn around with such intensity. Tesla stock with back-to-back days of 5, 6, 7% gains. And that's just what Tesla stock does. When it runs, and then it corrects, and then it goes down 20, 30, 40%, consolidates, and then continues moving on higher and ripping on higher. At least that's what it's been doing for the last couple of years. So first things first, if this is your first time stumbling upon the channel, welcome aboard and hit that subscribe button. Here at Unlimited Options Investing, we talk everything from stocks, crypto, options, ETFs. We're investing for the long term. As always, smash that like. So first things first, let's take a look at coinmarketcap.com. So firstly, we're looking at Bitcoin finally above that $50,000 mark per coin, up 3.86% over the last 24 hours, and over the last week, up almost 6%. Ethereum up 3.13% over the last 24 hours, and over the last 7 days is up 2.26%. Solana over the last 24 hours is up 6.5% and 4.25% over the last 7 days. Cardano looking like it's rebounding pretty nicely, up 10% over the last 24 hours and up 15% over the last week. And look at XRP, so up 5% over the last 24 hours, and over the last week, XRP is up 23%. And scrolling down, looking at some other notable names, we have Dogecoin up 4.20%, which is kind of funny, up 4% over the last week. Shiba Inu up 2.53%, up 12.5% over the last week. Crypto.com coin up 10% over the last week, and up 8.36% over the last 7 days. And looking at the rest, there's not many others that I know that well. So looking at the heat map of the S&P 500. So again, just like yesterday, Tesla stock also leading the way, up 5.52%. And pretty much an overall green day all over. And overall, a pretty green day all over. The one that sticks out maybe is Pfizer, down 1.37%. That looks like it's one of the few stocks that is down on the day. So again, Tesla, this one opening up where it closed nearby yesterday, and then just ripping up higher as the day went on, and then consolidating around this 1,060 level. Shopify stock, same idea, opening up near where it closed yesterday, and then just ripping on higher, and then grinding its way as the day has been going on. And one of my favorites for 2022 and onward, Meta Platforms, this one also opening up near where it closed yesterday, going up immediately, retracing back to that level, and then continuing to grind up higher, consolidating at those levels right now, up 1.45% on the day. All right, so firstly on the candlesticks, let's take a look at Bitcoin. We broke through that downtrend that we've been experiencing over the past month. We broke through those moving averages, and now it looks like we're sustaining that level. All right, next up, Ethereum on the 4-hour time frame. This one's looking also very nice, above that 20 and that 50 EMA that it broke through just yesterday. Above the 20 and the 50 EMA, it looks like we're finding some resistance around the 4,150 level, but a nice run over the last, let's say, 48 hours, where we were as low as 3,800, now well above that over 4,100. And next, when we look at XRP, this one is in a very nice uptrend, really respecting that 20 EMA. We haven't even touched it yet. This one being one of the best performers of crypto over the last 7 days. And over the past week, we were as low as, let's say, 78 cents. And now barely over $1, where we're expecting some kind of selling pressure, psychologically because it's the $1 mark, as well as there is previous resistance. Looking at Solana as well, 4-hour time frame, it looks like we're breaking above that channel that we had drawn from a previous video. So let's see if it can consolidate at these levels, or if it does retrace that, the previous resistance becomes a new support line. All right, and looking at the indices, first off with the Dow Jones, look at all the gap ups. One gap up over here and one gap up as well today. It looks like we reached the 360 level, and then since then we found some supply. Next up with the S&P 500, similar idea. We gapped up today, as well as just having a pretty good week over the last 4 sessions, reaching as high as just under 472, and looking again like we found some selling pressure. And likewise, looking at the NASDAQ, both above the 20 and the 50 EMA, it looks like again we found some selling pressure once we reached the 398 level. But the one thing that you notice with these 3 indices is you see green, green, green over the last 4 sessions. It's been a pretty volatile market. When we take a look at the VIX, we see that volatility has really been crushed, especially over the past 4 days, where we were as high as just under 28, now well below 20 at 17.96. And only maybe a couple of weeks ago, we were above that 30 mark on the VIX. But again, as the VIX usually does, is it has these sharp increases acutely, and then it goes right back down. And if we zoom out, we can see that happen time and time again. that fear only lasts for a short amount of time, even though it's really, really painful really quickly. More often than not, especially with all the liquidity that's sloshing in these markets right now because of the Fed, pretty much every dip has been bought. So looking at all the big names, firstly we'll look at Tesla. This one was again below $900 just this past Tuesday. We see that nice hammer candle, and then gapping up Wednesday and today on Thursday, two really nice green candles above the 20 and the 50 on the daily. All right, and next up looking at Apple stock. This one again grinding up higher after reaching that 20 EMA just a few days ago. So it rests to be seen whether we're going to test those all-time highs again, or if we're going to retrace again back to the 20. And if that happens, would we be surprised if it reached the 50? Not necessarily, after such an aggressive move back in November into December. And remember, when the market started going down because of all the variant fears, Apple was the one stock that was holding up the market, and Microsoft to a degree. And if we actually take a look at that one, it's reached below the 50 EMA twice this month, and both times being a pretty nice buy, similar to Google. This one also reaching below the 50 EMA a couple of times this month, also being a pretty good buy. Looking at Amazon, this one again grinding up and making lower highs very, very slowly, again waiting for this one to consolidate, let big money accumulate those shares, and then it rip on higher above 3,500, 3,700, and eventually above 4,000. Nvidia stock today gapping up, reaching just above $300 and selling again off right to that 20 EMA. So some pretty high flying names with really big valuations finding that buying support right on those moving averages. All right, and we'll take a look at a couple of more. So Shopify also had a pretty good day, finishing at $14.39. And again, this one was below $1,300 just a few days ago. And again, like the rest of the market, it's finding a lot of strength. And the last name I want to take a look at is Coinbase stocks. So because crypto has been starting to rally, Coinbase is a very big beneficiary of that. In my opinion, its profitability will come into light over the next couple of years. However, at the time being, it'll always be like this. But the big crypto coins, when those ones move, it tends to move this stock as well as any other kind of derivative or any other crypto miner or crypto brokerage. All right, and that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what did Santa gift you with which gains for which stocks and which coins? Let me know in the comments. As always, subscribe and like, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.